This is an ancient world overview test for the Medicine Through Time course for GCSE history taught at Plymstock School. Based upon your learning from the overview activity, you are to place the events and individuals identified on your Venn diagram. Your Venn diagram covers the three periods that make up the ancient world. Prehistoric medicine first, followed by Egyptian medicine, and then Greek medicine, with the overlaps providing space for examples and individuals that link the periods together. Can you please mark on your Venn diagram the following individuals and events? The use of herbs in medicine. Can you please mark that on your Venn diagram? Secondly, the writing down of ideas. Place that on your Venn diagram. Next comes superstitious ideas. The next is the use of charms. Followed by the role of government. The role of government. Next comes the use of bleeding as a means of aiding recovery. Followed by mummification. Which of the three periods used the encasing in mud and clay of broken limbs to help them heal? With which period do we associate the people being nomadic? And finally, the development of scientific ideas. Pause the film now. Firstly, the use of herbs and plants as a form of medicine is relevant to all of the periods on this Venn diagram and for every period in medical history. Plants are the basic source of many of our medicines. The writing down of ideas applies to both the Egyptian and Greek medicine. The Egyptians gave us hieroglyphics, whereas the Greeks developed their own language, which contributes in a part to the English language. Superstitious ideas applies to all three, though of course the role of superstition is declining from prehistory to Egyptian and to Greek. However, the Greeks are still, as indicated by the amount of gods they had, overwhelmingly a superstitious period of history. The use of charms is mostly associated with the Egyptians, but there is an argument that it could apply to all three. The medicine man had their crystals. We still have charms and amulets that people wear today for good luck. The encasing of broken limbs in mud and clay applies to prehistoric times. Aborigines also use this technique today, so we associate it with prehistoric medicine. Prehistoric medicine is also the time when people were nomadic. They moved and followed their food. This in turn made people fitter and healthier. Egypt and Greece were periods when people settled and stayed in one place and farmed, so nomadic is prehistoric. Finally, scientific ideas are associated mainly with the Greeks, who started developing a much more scientific approach to medicine. Government applies to both Greek and Egyptian medicine, because both of these periods were when people settled in one place and became more organized, therefore requiring a government. The pharaohs led Egypt, and the Greek developed different forms of democracy. Mummification, the preservation of the body after death, is what we associate with the Egyptians. Please amend and correct and pass your results back to your teacher.